Hey.
Hey, happy Friday.
It's a Friday. It's a Friday.
Friday.
Yay. Woo! Coming off that high.
The first Friday of November. First Friday.
Go ahead, Chief. Get it.
Oh yeah, first
Didn't
that used to be a thing, like first Friday?
Yes, first Fridays.
Oh, is Latif at homecoming still?
Yeah, he's swag.
Oh, he's swag. Okay.
See, Brandy, how can you get HBCU and don't know what we're doing, Brandy?
Wait, I know at every HBCU they swag and they serve.
That's right.
But Brandy, you supposed to catch it. The second the song came on, you supposed to move.
Listen.
Okay, try it again.
I know you did it last weekend. Come on now.
I know. I was about to say.
Now,
it's the thing to do.
Stadium 101.
Now, Roy, you're conflating a couple different things. We know Brandy is now homecoming, certified, but she's not been the best rhythmic person as you know historically, Roy. So you out here trying to hurt feelings.
Brandy, we love you, Brandy. You get there's some things you gotta embrace,
but rhythm does not love her.
Right.
We love her.
So it's funny.
The beat does not love her.
I never paid attention to Brandy's rhythm until one of our functions, and I was like, "Oh, really? Oh my God! Oh,
I have to have April in front of me in order to catch it.
Really,
Brandy? I'm sure you can catch a beat.
I'm like Brandy, right here, 2 boxes.
That's right.
Step to the other one. Just step back. Step to the other one. There you go. Now step back.
Left foot.
Funny. That's funny.
Oh man.
We love you, Brandy.
What's going on this week?
I need a recap of what happened last weekend. Who went to where? Who went where?
I went to Greensboro, North Carolina. Home of homecoming on Earth.
Yeah.
Hold on. That don't matter. We still talking about him.
Steve, you had we gave you an opportunity.
We gave you last week's show, bro. Like let the real HBCU step up for
Look at the top row. Look at the top row and the bottom.
Hello.
It's all and the bottom. It's all that today.
The rap.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just saying. It didn't have to be this way.
Already know.
Right, Dwight. Tell him, Dwight.
But you already know who already set the standard. So therefore, that's why we went first.
Oh my God.
Let y'all go ahead. Go ahead.
Last year's homecoming. That's what y'all were doing this year.
I'm just gonna tell you, Basil said that Hampton had a real little campus. He was like, it was little.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Basil said it was cute.
Yeah, he was like,
yeah.
I see a little campus over there.
I see a little.
About a sea or is it about a lake?
I see a little Booker T. Washington statue.
It was cute, but his ass kept asking for a ride. He kept asking me for a ride. Hey, can you drop us back over to the front?
But he can't get a ride if your stuff is towed, Teeth.
Hold on, dog.
Wait, you got towed?
I got it back.
I got it back.
Not 3 hours later, he needed to ride now, Teeth.
I did give him a ride.
What happened?
Teeth got his car towed.
Last week.
In
the middle of homecoming.
Mike was parking at homecoming.
It's fundamental.
I should park there. I said, no, don't park there. We do not want to have a Latif situation.
It was coming up on our 30-year reunion. So, I'm thinking I'm still back in, 30.
Right.
So,
you
I go through my little,
what you want to do.
I go through my little shortcuts and I get up in the cut and I park. And I'm like, yo, I'm here. I jump out.
With his
I go around, I'm high-fiving, I'm throwing it up, and
Now, I'm going to tell you that. Basil was like, Latif could not walk one step without somebody stopping him.
That's it.
Let me tell you that Basil should have followed me through the day. Marcus said, do you know everybody? I said, I don't know everybody. But However,
all y'all did.
I just want to know,
William knew.
Do we have the footage of TT showing out as a cheerleader? That's all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
let's go.
I was like, I've been waiting for it.
Hey man,
let's go to that beautiful bean footage real quick.
Hold on. Did y'all see the Ebony Fire one?
And she be jumping and clapping. I love it.
Did we see what, Latif?
The Ebony Fire one from Hampton. The 50
we played that. We played that last week.
We played that last week.
I just want
you
y'all to
had
know.
your chance last week.
You were here when we showed it, Teef.
We gave Hampton a shout out.
The bar is up here.
Oh, wait a minute. If we're talking about I'm not coming and doing things, let me show you. Okay, I didn't think I had to do all of this about my school, but if I have to, I will
mute him.
Is that what we're doing?
Because he asking for it. What is
he
asking for
it? Like,
jeez, I'm trying to be nice.
His wife still posting stuff from homecoming too.
Everybody knows we set the bar.
He's still wearing her jacket.
It's cool.
Remind me again, Teef, was Good Morning America at your campus? I'm just
hello. Hello, right? That part.
The Good Morning America film from your campus.
30 minutes.
Hello.
That was 3 years ago. We did that 3 years ago. Thank you.
Good Morning America.
Appreciate that.
Did y'all have the yard runner?
Sam
had the yard runner.
Thank you. Thank y'all for coming.
Was that at Hampton? At Good Morning America.
Good Morning America? No.
Must have been Good Morning.
No, you're talking about Good Morning Virginia. There's a difference.
Virginia's
one state.
America because they were debuting. They were talking about the lacrosse team. Because we were the first HBCUs to have a lacrosse.
No, was that?
No, that was the show. That was the show. That was the show.
Were they there during homecoming?
That's right.
I can't hear.
I don't know.
Right.
Right.
That's the question.
That's right.
Lacrosse
have
Me and Roy are like HBCU timeout.
You can't just blend it all in.
Right. Tell him, Brandy.
Go to the footage.
Listen, I appreciate you being proud for your school, Teef, but I'm just saying, like, fall back from.
Yeah. You were last week. I'm just saying you didn't even have what's the little girl Chloe coming out there trying to shake a thing.
Chloe,
I know. I thought we were going to the footage.
Oh, that's right. She did do that.
Yeah, a little viral video of Chloe.
Chloe said, "I'm gonna come out here and shake all this."
Girl, she was shaking it, and she was
happy. Including her pinky toe.
All of it. All of it. I was standing in front of her.
No, y'all gonna stop right there.
No,
yeah, let's stop because
she was out of control, Brandy. If you saw it, you would understand.
Yes, Earl. She shut some things down.
I don't know, Earl.
Yes, she did. Even the folks around her, okay.
I thought she did good, y'all.
She did good.
They're being nasty.
She did good. She did good.
Listen, she did great.
She did. Look,
oh my God, Dwight, you need to stop
listen,
right now.
Dwight them had put that thing in our little group chat, and I was like, Lord Jesus, look at them.
Oh my gosh. But this is what I want to talk about. I appreciate the fact that you guys are talking of good things about her because number one, she doesn't have like a plastic surgery body. Okay. Right. She does not have a butt. Yeah, she doesn't have a butt. Yeah. She doesn't have hips. She got a little bit of booty.
She got hips.
She does not have a butt. She does not.
She got a lot of stuff going on downstairs.
How are we defining this?
She got thunder thighs.
Dwight, you said she might have a butt, but I saw butt cheek. Is that what you're saying, Dwight?
I'm trying to understand how we're defining this.
Dwight has.
Oh my God!
And to me, she's a regular black girl's body, and that's what I'm saying. I appreciated the fact that you all meaning men, were embracing a regular young lady. Yes, she had cheeks out because she had a thong on.
She sure did. She had a thong on.
She did have a thong
on. So because you have a thong on, it is going to be out.
Yes, and Gotti D.
And let me throw this in there. This has nothing to do with Chloe, but this whole fake stuff has people confused.
Right.
There was this lady on the plane, okay, and I was already seated, and so she had to like walk past me and all of this stuff, and I was just like, your body looks deformed.
Yeah,
like I'm like,
all of them look the same,
and it doesn't look right.
Like she wouldn't got.
That's not the way a butt looks.
Right.
And people wear these lace fronts so much that my daughter was asking, oh, well, can we we need to pull this down. I was like, they're pulling it down because it's fake hair. Okay,
yeah, that's not
clear. That's fake. That's how many people are wearing hair that's not theirs.
You know what's so funny?
And now you try to normalize that that's the way it's supposed to look, and that's not it.
When I was younger, and I was talking about this,
now Earl is like, it's too much.
when I was younger at Killian, from
you weren't saying that when you was on the field, Earl.
Right.
Too much. Then when I was at Killian, I was cheering from wearing my hair in a ponytail. My hair was breaking off, and the beautician was like, "Oh, we could just put a couple tracks back there." Do you know? I wanted to cry because I was like, "Don't put weave in my hair."
Right.
Like, what do you mean? I can grow. Like, it was what it is now is definitely not what it was when we were younger. It is more acceptable. Like I'm going to get my hair done means I'm getting weave in my hair. I'm getting a braids or something like that. They don't go to the salon like we used to go to the salon and go get our hair rose set and wrapped and whatever. Mm-hmm. They don't do that. They don't know how to take care of their hair like that. So them getting their hair done is I'm going to get weave in my hair. Uh-huh. Rarely ever do you see somebody down here with their regular hair.
That is true. Another thing is I never looked at a woman and was like, man, her eyelashes slamming.
Yeah.
Never, like, now when I see it, I'd be like, what is that?
Yeah.
And it'd be damn near an afro sitting on top of their eyes and stuff. And I'm like,
teeth. To your point, Teeth. To your point, it really is the fact they haven't seen Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus. Wait,
you're right. It is Snuffleupagus.
Y'all, wait. I put in the group. I don't know where it was, but the lady, the Muppet lady that had her eyes were closed, but she had
and
she had the blonde hair.
She was a part of the band.
She was part of the band. She was brown. She had the blonde black bang with the eyelashes and the big pink lips.
Find her, Dwight.
They were like, "Yo, she the Muppets was trying to tell us something." I said,
they were way ahead of themselves.
Exactly.
They were light years ahead.
Yes,
like she was on a silk.
She had the weave. She had the weave. She had the.
She did.
She had the eyelashes. It was.
She did.
Maybe it was just a Muppet.
Here she is. No. And she had braids, y'all.
Yeah, she did.
She was like, I am fabulous.
She is fabulous.
Okay,
but I'm going to tell you this.
Her name is Janice.
We could talk about the edges. We can talk about the hips, and we could talk about the butt. But what we're not going to talk about is eyelashes, okay? Because I need eyelashes, and I've always needed eyelashes since I was 10 years old. And I put for Halloween, and when I was in 5th grade, I put on a suit, a white suit at Richmond Elementary, and I went to my pharmacy on 152nd and US 1, right in the corner, and they had these clown lashes, and I proceeded to put my clown lashes on with my suit, and whenever somebody asked me, what did I have on? I'm sorry, not what did I have on, but who was I? I was Diana Ross.
Yes.
I was Diana Ross. in my mind and in real life, and you still can't tell me
always
Ross.
Still,
exactly.
Look, I'm like always and forever.
Exactly. I will always be Diana Ross
Forever.
Give me the lashes. Give me the lashes
And the big hair.
And the big hair.
But the caterpillar lashes though.
But,
No, not the caterpillar. No.
They not that extreme.
No.
She not pulling it. Here it is. She not pulling a Janice.
No, not Janice. And the white. And let me tell you, I read too many articles about the lashes that you get put on and glued on, and the fact that there's like
mites.
Yeah, that mites on it.
They just.
And I ended up pulling all of my lashes. I was like,
trying to take them off.
No. Yes, trying to remove the fake ones. I pulled my.
I can't deal with it too long. Even Harper saw me after we did something, and I had makeup. I had got my makeup done, and I had the lashes on. I got in the car, and I was like,
"Yeah."
Harper was like, "TT tore her eyelashes off." I was like, "I can't deal with it. I can't."
Honey, what's wrong? You don't want to talk about eyelashes?
I want to talk about eyelashes all night. Next,
your panelists, your male panelists, are the ones who brought it up. We did it.
No.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't even talk about it. We're just saying no one in the history of manhood has been like, yo,
right.
Them lashes.
All I said.
Them lashes.
Y'all brought it up. Well, here's something for y'all. I know y'all got a lot. Go ahead, Basil. Pull it up.
Oh yeah.
Kyrie Irving.
What's up with this, y'all? Y'all got to tell me what's up with this.
Kyrie Irving is suspended.
He can't catch a break.
He's suspended. Go ahead and put it up, Latif. So, Hebrews to Negroes. Kyrie retweeted.
Latif
People like a commercial.
You look like the Dave Chappelle when he's doing this. I swear.
Oh my gosh, that is.
But here's the thing. How I really appreciated his response, because what he said was, I basically I take responsibility for whatever my actions, but they're trying to get him to apologize. He's like, how can I apologize for liking a movie that I did not make?
Right.
And I think now here's the other part. When I really started digging it and looking at just the different layers, you also talking about something that was on Amazon Prime that has 170 million viewers.
Mm-hmm.
People are watching that.
Right.
And you're gonna tell me something like that. That's on. We're talking about Amazon Prime. We're not talking about like you know what I mean?
I need you to say what you need to say, which is when they make Jeff Bezos apologize, then go holler at Kyrie.
Like it was, because that's the part I was like, it was accepted by him, his staff, and I'm sure. I mean, he's like, hey guys, I'm not anti-Semitic. Here's the things. I got my views. I mean, I got friends that are of different creed, color. Like what are we talking about? You guys y'all came to my Twitter account, looked at my Twitter feed. And this is really, at the end of the day, like, to me, I'm just going to call it for what it is. I saw Oprah was called anti-Semitic. Ali was called anti-Semitic. Malcolm X called anti-Semitic. You can throw Kanye in there because he was called anti-Semitic. And now we look back, and as time goes on, now these folks are heroes. But now, if Kyrie was white, it'd be
except
called
Kanye. Kanye's not a hero.
Well, that might be different, right? But
I want you to put the
Kyrie,
right.
if he was a white guy, that would be called freedom of speech.
I was going to say, what happened to freedom of speech? That's what
I think that's what gets lost in the process, and what we see is just that.
I'm going to throw this in there too, honey, before you finish your point.
Mm-hmm.
The white, they ran anti-Semitic campaign in his last election against him. Our panelist, Senator Bullock, attack ads. So my question is, who
decides whether you're anti-Semitic or not? Who are they?
That's
you know what I mean?
What is it that means that? Yeah.
It's the thing is he didn't say anything that was anti-Semitic. He never
He
said,
said he liked the movie. He liked the movie.
and that's all he said. He said, "I like the movie." He said, "Y'all need to look at this," and that's it. I mean, that's like me saying, y'all need to look at what's the Denzel pilot movie or whatever. You know,
Right. Now you do drugs and you fly.
Right. So now all of a sudden I'm a drunk.
Right.
Because I told y'all to look at that movie.
Yeah.
Or what have you. And it's like, no, it's a good movie.
Right.
That's all it is.
It's
Well,
a
I think the other issues that we're really judged by the public, and I think one's a double standard, but also judged by the public, because I think the reality is folks really were mad that he did not take the shot, the booster.
That's
when
what
he
it came from.
and that's really what it is, and where it stems from. He
everything.
didn't take the booster.
He has been on the edge since then.
Right. And he was very outspoken about it. But then we can take Aaron Rodgers, who I love, does the same thing, but you say, hey, this is X, Y, Z. And it's like now the NFL is following the same standard that nothing happens. It's, you know, so it's just
double standard. It's
but the same thing happened with who was the guy that got in trouble stealing money for the black
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. They're like, y'all not canceling him and y'all not stealing his contract. Y'all act like that didn't even happen.
Well, we definitely know there's a historical double standard. You know, when it's black people versus white people, we understand that that's always going to unfortunately be a thing in this place we call America. But I do want to take a step back to the notion of like free speech, right? Because Supreme Court has already talked about the notion of you can't yell fire in a crowded theater as like the example of free speech. And the problem is that we have too many people trying to justify yelling fire in that crowded theater. And that for me in lies the problem, is that people have to take personal responsibility for the things that they say and understand the nature of the impact. Now, I'm not saying that Kyrie should be, you know, held in that same vein, but let's be clear, when you know you have millions of followers, when you know you have people who are listening to you and following the words that you say, like will follow you off a ledge, there is a level of responsibility you have to take. And that goes back to him when he was saying that the earth was flat a few years back. You know, that goes back to him, right? You know, as it relates to the booster, that goes back to this. Even when you say that you like something, you also have to understand the totality of the consequences. And I'm not saying that again.
That's not your responsibility, though.
No, I get it. But what I'm no, I'm not saying he has to apologize. What I'm simply saying is when you have that level of reach, like this is different than Charles Barkley back when he made the commercial, because social media wasn't a thing. And he's talking about, you know, I'm not your role model. These cats know and see it. You got kids dressing up like you during Halloween. You got people retweeting you. You got people posting what you say on t-shirts and on jackets. This is a different world that we live in. I'm just saying that, you know, as individuals, you have to, you know, understand the impact of what's coming out your mouth.
Well, but here's the thing. We talk about impact and responsibility when we talk about black entertainers and athletes and black folks as a whole. But when we talk about Trump and his silliness, then what we say is, oh, that's just Trump.
No, I don't.
No, but I'm just saying, like, we accept the same that nonsense that we see, whether people like him or not, right?
Are you sure we accept it?
I'm not saying we, but what we do is it's
America.
almost like, well, that's just who America's like, oh, that's just who he is.
But
then what?
But that's the nature of racism. And I get that. But what I'm saying is, even his speech has consequences, right? That like the idea of somebody beating up Nancy Pelosi's husband has a direct, attribution to what he says and how he says it. And so that's what I'm saying is like there has to be a level of self-accountability. And I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about restrictions. I'm just saying for folks who just go ahead and let it fly and then go back and be like, I'm gonna say what I gotta say because I want to say it.
Right. Yeah.
We just can't operate in that.
I struggle with this one because it's like, I like this movie. Wait, you're responsible now for this movie that I never created, that I didn't make, that I may like. And
is that what? I don't think that's what Dwight's saying. Is that what you're saying, Dwight?
He's saying that if somebody has made, like have all these followers, there's a level of responsibility that you have to take and be accountable for.
Well,
But I
are you
think-
saying that it's okay for him to tweet that? Or are you saying that he's not?
Yes, if you like something, you like something. It is what it is.
But what if you are a person that you are you like stuff from just for what it was, right? So you're looking at that, you're like, oh, okay, that's a good movie. They brought up some points. You may not agree with it, but okay, it was a well put together movie and they put their points together. Okay, whatever. But that doesn't mean that you agree with it. And why can't you say you like that movie? But it was a nice movie.
And absolutely, that's what I'm saying. In this case, we're just talking about a tweet about a movie. What I'm saying is Kyrie has a tendency to create scenarios like this. And what I'm saying is because we live in a social media age, what he's experiencing now is a consequence of Kyrie being Kyrie.
How old is Kyrie?
He's under 30. Is he under 30?
Oh,
He's 30. Yeah, he's 30. He's 30. I think he's 30 years old, matter of fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, he is young. I was getting so I thought that he was I don't know why, but
Old enough to know better.
no, I thought he was like a little older, where you kind of you're not really that person that's into the in social media life like that, because you just play a sport and you like what you like. You know what I mean? Like I can see someone of an older age having that same type of situation running and it being a mistake. Like, ooh, I didn't mean to say it like that. You know, I was just saying that it was because they may not have grown up with social media like that. But
No, he's you straight out of college. That's who he is.
Yeah.
okay.
And only 1 year out of college.
Yeah.
But here's the other part, though.
And
When
he is
you
30
finally
years old.
you come to him and you ask him these questions, he breaks down like, "Hey, listen, I got friends from this walk of life. There's no possible way I could be anti-Semitic because of this, because of my history, because of the da 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 da." But then you still don't accept his answer, and you want him to be what you want him to be, and that's really the part that I see. Is
But
that
that's the same thing as people talking about I'm not racist, my friend black. You be
I
like,
know, but it's just
I don't mean
I don't
that.
know. I struggle with this one because I just think that Kyrie has an opinion, right? You have your Twitter account and you say I like a movie. It's pretty simple.
But let me ask you this: has anyone on the panel either read the book or saw the movie?
I just found out about this.
No.
Right
Listen,
now.
I tell you
I have-
what, it makes
I
you
haven't-
want to.
Listen, I have no inkling to, and since we're talking about HBCUs and homecomings, the Hebrew Israelites be all up at every one of our schools, on every homecoming, standing on a milk crate with a loudspeaker.
With the
talking
megaphone,
about-
with the speaker,
Absolutely.
and
We're in-
professing and stuff. Hey,
we're in the gold
my hat
tassels.
goes off
Y'all
to
all
them.
sinners.
Now I
Well,
will
then-
say this.
Well, let me ask you,
Yes, I do.
because you have the book. If you read the preface or any part of it, what's the nature of the book?
So I literally just got it right before the show started.
Oh, okay.
Like I literally just got it.
Yeah,
And
keep
the only reason why I purchased
Yeah.
it was because of all of the stuff that's been going on. So I don't want to take hearsay. Like I want to dabble in the details and the facts. Like I don't just take the cliches and the hearsay and stuff like that. I want to read for myself and see what this book is about. And if I get through it and be like, oh, nah, yeah, dog, I ain't on that. And then be like, yeah, I can see what they could say is anti-Semitic or whatever.
But I think he's touching on here's the thing that I really think is happening though. He's touching on history of the things that have happened to black folk that they do not want us to know and hear or talk about. So this to me is just another way of going, hey, listen, I know you think you're great and all this stuff, but hey, I need you to just be quiet.
Well, no, and let's be clear. This ties back to colorism as it relates to Jesus Christ completely, right? Like Kyrie took the position around blacks being the original Hebrews or the original Hebrews being of African descent, and the trend that transcendence, right? And I think that and understand, I think that's where he was coming from, was from this black people are the original people, are the first, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, people aren't going to take that kindly because literally the nature of the white Jesus is to be is one of the cornerstones of white supremacy, right? Like this idea that this person that is held up in such high regard by one of the Abrahamic faiths could not be a brown skin or dark skinned person, which even though the Bible clearly speaks to the fact that he
describes him.
And so it's unfortunate that it circles back. So to your point, Roy, it's no condemnation on Kyrie for taking a position or taking a stance. I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying that, in a world where, we're no longer in a world where we don't have to measure what we're saying. We do have to measure the magnitude of what we're saying because like people are receiving it differently than in the past.
But now
There's more people to receive your views than the past.
Well, of course, but here's the other part they need to receive. What about the part when he says, "Hey, listen, the Holocaust, which we all know, it was horrible. The Holocaust was horrible. I would never want that to happen to anybody. More importantly, he says it should have never happened. So have the same energy when you say, "Hey, I say I like this movie." Have the same energy when I tell you also that the Holocaust was horrible. Have that same energy. Lean into the words when I tell you that shouldn't have happened, right? And so I believe the press really wants to make this into. They want to believe what they want to believe. They want to write what they want to write, and they're going to write.
But that is our society right now. It is whatever the press wants to put out and whatever they want you to believe. Yeah. It is what it is. It doesn't matter what's in your face and that you see it. It is what they put it out, and you have to perceive it as how they put it out there. It doesn't matter.
Which is the reason why I purchased the book, because I want to see for myself rather than what they are doing and what they are saying. Right. Because from just from what I just read on the back of it, Jessica, to your point, it's saying like, you ever wonder why we're called African Americans? You ever wonder why they don't teach us about us and stuff like that? Which is primarily on the same lines of what we're dealing with down in South Florida, as far as Coconut Grove and the Black community and stuff like that, and trying to erase all the contributions in which we did. We don't have Goombay anymore, which is a celebratory of the Bahamian heritage of the first Black people who came over and stuff like that. And those are the ones who actually built Miami and had Miami come up. And so it's a continual process in which they're trying to communicate and get rid of
whitewash. And
it's so interesting because I'm curious as to if anybody from the NBA actually read the book. They said that they suspended him for 5 games without pay yesterday because they were dismayed by his repeated failure to unequivocally say that he has no anti-Semitic beliefs. But here's the problem. When you know your truth and someone is pressing you about an answer, you're like, please.
Right.
Do you have anything else to talk about? I'm not talking about that.
100%.
Listen, his press conference was classic.
What you talking about? I'm not talking about that. I'm not discussing that.
Well, and he did that in his press conference. He was like, listen, have that same energy when I start talking about other things that are important to me as well, right? Have the same energy. Y'all not having the same energy when I talk about how we were enslaved, when we're talking about recent. Y'all not having the same energy when we talked about our ancestors and the women were raped and the children raped. We don't have the same energy. And I think that's where the problem lies, is that you really want to peg this guy to be anti-Semitic, and he's telling you he's not.
Right.
If you take the time to look at his tweets and take the time to know who he is, you're going to realize that he's not. But you want to make me to be something that I'm not, and I'm not. And here's the thing, and I'm not going to be apologetic about it. So, and the press kept going, "Are you going to apologize?" He's like, "Oh,
for what?
For what?"
So I think the 6th game and what the NBA really has done, because
that was the NBA.
Well, here's the thing. Public outcry is enough for the NBA to go, I'm going to give you 6 games, which ain't no money. We know you're a gazillionaire. We know you have all these things. You ain't concerned about no money. He not only came back, donated $500,000 to the Jewish community just to be like, listen, I'm not moved by what you guys are saying, but this is to keep the public quiet, and this is to protect the NBA shield. That's all that was.
And they
100%.
turned it down too. They turned it down.
I mean,
And
but
Last thought on this. Go ahead, Dwight.
I was just saying to add on to the politics. The reality is that Adam Silver, who's the head of the NBA, is a Jewish person. It happens in New York, which happens to have one of the largest Jewish populations in the country. Like, there's a lot of social pressures that go into this. Had he said this and still been in Cleveland, it probably would have been a moot point. But when you're talking about you're in Brooklyn and it's one of the major franchises, that's a whole thing. But I would also add, just as a closing, you're absolutely right, Roy. They never put the pressure on people. Like, even though Trump has done racist things, even though Ron DeSantis does racist things, they rarely ever get in an interview and be like, can you unequivocally say that you are not a racist? And then more importantly, they will zigzag around that answer in a heartbeat and then go out and push actual policy. Kyrie ain't pushing no policy. Kyrie's job is to score points. And the idea that you're trying to equate him to some sort of like social leader that
right. He like,
is,
but they're also trying to make sure they shut that down though.
100%.
Because he's vocal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think another. Well, never mind.
Let's keep it moving just for a second. On a lighter note,
hey, welcome to Wakanda. Let's go.
Hey,
His meal. Okay.
Whoa!
I'm just mad they didn't put that in the adult Happy Meal. I'm just saying. I'm a little salty about that.
Hey man, I think I think it's historical. I think it's wonderful.
Is that available now?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
In Miami.
I'm
Go
about to
get
do
it.
that.
I got one the other day.
Oh, did
No.
Oh,
Downtown. It was downtown, so I don't know if it's
Nuggets
at all
forever.
locations.
You know, you can probably get one in the Heights, but you can't get a milkshake because the machine's always broken.
Yo, don't it? No
Listen.
ice cream cone.
Listen,
Hey,
when I say I just had a conversation.
You won't get hot fries.
you gonna
You
get
won't get
off.
that milkshake, but you
You
can
gonna
get
get
that
off
vibe.
Black Mac, all right?
listen, I was like, they are so slow. I was like, I haven't even really gone back to them since they got remodeled, since they were remodeled.
Yeah.
It's so slow. It's like
I don't know.
slower than before.
Hey,
I don't
the
know
funny
what.
thing is the drive-through line be back all the way out to
Because
150.
they are so slow.
150. People be blowing. They all of a sudden you hear something go.
Right?
Stand up.
Actually, somebody called Clint. Make sure Clint got the Wakanda things at his McDonald's.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I had this question today with Clint. I said, Clint, I'm gonna ask you a question. He said, what? And he knew what I was gonna ask him. I said, why don't your ice cream machines ever work, brother? He looked at me. He said, well, it's a secret. I can't really tell you some stuff. I can't.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Why the machines don't ever work? I said, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna ask you after we leave this place, though. So
You know what's funny about that though, Roy, is that the founder of McDonald's first job was actually selling milkshake machines. Like before he became the owner of McDonald's, that's what he
didn't get
did.
it right, dog. That's why he flopped.
You should have a patent on that or something.
He didn't get it right.
We love you, Clint. We always support you, though.
Yeah, we're not talking about Clint. We're talking about
McDonald's
first McDonald's man.
dinner. And then we're all gonna be hanging out on Thursday night. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, all white. It's all white, right?
Huh?
We wear all white.
Yeah, it's all white.
Ooh, who said that? Look, see Dwight. See, I'll be knowing. When did this come out?
It's on the invitation.
First of all, that's what Black Twitter already
Reading
told us.
is essential, TT.
Yeah. Right. It's on the invitation and on Black
y'all
Twitter.
gotta tell. You have to tell me.
Did you not hear your sister right here? She said, what'd you say, Avis?
It's on the invitation and on Black Twitter.
No, I don't see Black Twitter until I see Instagram. I don't see Black
Christina,
Twitter. I'm
your
sorry,
sister loves you.
I would have been
Your sister
there
loves you.
any
I'm
type of
gonna leave
way.
it at that.
That's all I'm saying.
Your
I'm
sister
glad
loves
you
you.
said it. I gotta go try and figure.
Whole thing.
You've been told. You got told now. So
Hey,
what?
hey,
what's
hey,
the problem
I know,
now,
I'm told
TT?
now.
Roy, hey Roy, dial it in. Bring it back.
She
I didn't
ain't
know.
worried. She's not worried about what she trying to find Marcus all white. See,
I'm thinking about Jada.
That's why she's mad.
Marcus
Hey,
Marcus
she
is
would
good,
have
man.
in that class and said, God, he ain't got no white.
Find Marcus.
Hold on.
If Marcus don't go to every
I'll
corner
be back.
store
I gotta
in the
run
hood
to
and
TJ
get him
Maxx.
a
White
first
t-shirt.
All you gotta go do is just hop on over to Rossum. Come on now.
That's what I was thinking.
You know,
Marcus coming out with some gold spike loafers. You better be
and
careful.
let me tell you, I am so excited about Wednesday. We're not talking about what I mean, we're not talking about all, but our first issue, printed version of the
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
Watch out there now.
oh.
it will debut at the filming.
Hootie
I
and
know.
Hootie.
I'd like to thank God for this event.
Look at
Thank
that.
my mom for this award.
Hold on,
Yeah.
If it
hold on,
wasn't for
hold on, Roy.
Jessica, I don't know where I'd be in my life.
Hold on, Roy. You got to start out. I want to give honor to God,
God.
God.
first in my
God.
life, my Lord and
Yes.
Savior.
God.
With a WD.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, it's the same
I
time
want
it
it.
allowed me to land safely in Greensboro without a rent a car.
Yeah, he did.
Walk out of there with a Suburban and to leave. Where is it? To leave our doggone ticket to the game still sealed up right here. Ticket to the doggone football game right here on my desk. Okay, let me tell you.
Oh,
Hey,
same-
why are we going to this warehouse building? Oh, I'm gonna get tickets. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna
Same
legally
God.
park. I'll be back.
How do I go to homecoming without a car, without
TV.
tickets?
Child, look, we
Favor.
didn't have.
Bringing up old
We didn't
stuff.
have. We did not use a checklist for this homecoming.
Bringing up old stuff.
I'm talking about flights. I'm
Why
talking
bring up
about
old stuff?
room. I'm talking about game tickets. I'm talking about everything. We did not use the checklist that we had used previously for many years.
Y'all just used the force. That's what it
We
seems like.
used the faith and the favor of the Lord Jesus Christ Himself.
it.
Listen, this girl that pulled up to the school
Lord.
illegally parked twice. I thought I was gonna get towed in the car while she's walking into some old random warehouse to get tickets to the game. Lying about the tickets. Y'all didn't send me my
No,
stuff.
I didn't. No, I did
She came
not.
outside. She came outside within 2
I
minutes.
never said anything like that. I never said y'all didn't send me tickets. I never said that.
No.
What I said was, I'm Jessica Modkins, and I'm here to pick up my tickets. That's all I said. That's all I
it.
said.
I'm
Right,
just here
right.
to pick up my tickets.
Right.
You don't even know why I'm here to pick them up.
license.
I'm just here to pick
That's
them
what
up.
she said.
But hold
Came out
on, but
quick,
the
too.
rental car thing,
Check my
that is
driver's
a
license.
nationwide
First Street in the
pandemic
Heights.
or epidemic
Get my tickets.
because I landed and when I went to the
Got
hotel car.
Got towed.
Got told.
Hold on, no,
They
hold on.
got towed.
I didn't have a rental car yet. I go to Hertz, they're like, yeah, we don't have any cars. I was like, huh? I go to Avis, they was like, nah, we ain't got no cars. They said the only people that got cars is the one down there, some local joint, American something. So I go to this dude. You got cars? Yes, we do have cars. He said, when do you? I said, when? He said, when you plan on turning it in? I said, Sunday. He said, okay.
Looking intensely for this car.
And then he stepped back and he said, that'll be $260. I said, oh, $260? And he was like, yeah, $260 a day.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
It's apparently clear that you have money to give away for cars.
Of
Once
course.
you rent it-
I mean,
Once
hey, listen, I have independently
And to go get the car to
I have
he had to know.
independently wealthy written all over me.
Steve just giving money away.
Right.
Just written all over me. Like, yeah, fuck it. Like $260 a day.
Money away.
Hey, and I was like, well, is it? I said, it don't even matter. I said,
Right.
thank you, sir.
I'm not even gonna tell you how much we spent for our car. When she told me the total, I was just like, just give me the keys.
No, but so what I did was I got an Uber to the hotel. On my way to the hotel, I jumped on Turo.
Oh.
I jumped on Turo and I looked and I booked a car.
You turn around?
For $400.
Yeah, you made a U-turn?
No.
You take your thing back?
No. They dropped it off to the hotel.
Yeah, Toro brings it to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
They dropped it off to the hotel and picked it up when I was done.
The same one you got towed, right?
The one that got told. Yes, the one that got told.
Okay, just check.
So wait,
That's the
But
one.
what happened to the car you rented,
was
though?
that the same amount?
He didn't
He
get the
didn't
one
get
that
my money
ran
back.
TT.
Oh, you got it back. He said he got his money back.
I got my money back. Cause that was my thing. I was like, listen, I have a paid reservation. This ain't no, I said I paid.
You say I'm not doing what Jessica did.
I paid online.
Watch this. I'm gonna one up you. You know who it happened to, just like what you just said? Your brother. Right now. Who's at ground? Who's at ground?
Oh, but I told him.
You missed your flight. You needed to call a rent-a-car agency.
Something about them battles, I'll tell you.
And tell them
Them is hard-headed. That's the problem. That's really the
I
problem.
told
Them
him. I
is
told him
hard-headed.
because I told him the same story. I'm like, yo, don't get there early because they are giving the cars away. They're not
Well,
respecting.
he
no
missed his
reservation.
flight.
All right, that's cool. I mean, he better jump on Turo.
Teef, next time you tell him your name is Lateef T. Washington the fourth. Whenever you in Hampton, then that way you
Captain. Yeah.
Booker T. Washington relatives
Hey,
always
look,
look.
hey,
Yes,
Dwight,
battle.
20 years ago, the name might have resonated. Hey, them dudes done gone. They didn't tell they cheering about me, so now I'm all jacked up.
He said, don't nobody know me out there.
Don't nobody know me no more.
I'm gonna tell you what I know about Hampton.
Yeah.
Them damn bees y'all got out there.
You
Like,
say that
can y'all get somebody to come and get the bees out? Like, why they?
Where at? You talking about Hampton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to have somebody to come out and fix that problem. Like, this is years. That was like 20 years ago. Why are they still there?
I'm telling you
They
that.
got degrees and stuff from Hampton. Like, why are they there? That is crazy.
Hey, the funny thing is, like those bees, I swear they were like African bees because they were like they were resilient. Messing with you. Like one to come here and buzz and you be like, like this here, and then you keep talking, and then he'll fly on the other side and come on this side, and you be like, and then next thing you know, he'll land on you, and you're like,
wow.
did this thing just land on me?
Because they not afraid of people. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need professionals to come and help y'all out.
Wait, I don't remember them bees when we were in high school. They was out there. I must have missed
Listen,
it.
I don't know, but they was there when I was in college because it stung me, and I felt like I need to go
Lay down.
Yes, I was laying on the training table. I was like, I'm
Speaking of laying down,
oh Lord.
This one's for Ebony.
Here come Ebony.
Yeah.
Here come Ebony about to chime in right now. Here we
He's
go.
not here.
Don't y'all talk about Trey Songz.
But his case got dismissed, but not because he was found innocent. It was the statute of limitation.
Statute of limitation. But it's still whether statute of limitation or it's still gone.
Right.
that the only
It's
case?
good for him.
Was
It's
that
great
the-
for him.
I thought he had multiple cases like pending.
I thought he did too.
Did he?
I don't know. One of them
was that the one with
He
the
had
girl?
an assault. Yeah, he did have actually 2 cases, Dwight.
well,
It
one of
was
them
a lady on the boat.
Listen, Trey Songz got problems and situations.
Tough guy. Only guy I know who wants to
Trey
fight at a baseball game.
Songz reminded me of Mystical. You'd be like, what's wrong with you?
Ain't he from Virginia too? And something about like
Yeah.
Chris Brown, Trey Songz,
All
something
right.
some of them Virginia folks. If you want to take credit for something, Teef, there you go.
Shut up, Dwight. Stupid.
Hey, I know you ain't talking coming from Florida. None of us can talk.
Listen.
None of us.
Oh, y'all heard Luke new song for Tua?
Cool.
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah, I put it.
What is it? How does it go?
I put it in a.
Oh yeah, I did hear about
One,
that. He's-
2, 1.
He was jamming.
Hey,
I was like, Luke said, I'm coming back. Luke said, y'all can't talk about me.
Touchdown.
And you're going to talk about the Dolphins at the same time. Wait, let's see.
Oh no.
This might be funny. What's coming? Two 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 what's coming? Slide, two what's slide. Slide, two what's slide. Slide, two what's slide. Slide, two what's slide.
I mean, I just
Jeff is not entertained.
I just,
Why?
Are you
I
not
appreciate-
entertained?
I appreciate Little Duval raising the flag that I hope everyone appreciates that the first set of Luke dancers are now collecting
Shut up.
Medicare.
Are you serious?
You right. No, you right,
They
Dwight.
are.
You right.
They are.
You right.
They definitely AARP.
yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
No, they are.
They
They
are
should be
yeah,
because
social
because
security
I'm-
eligible.
yeah,
They're at
yeah,
least
exactly.
20 years
Dwight,
older
I got
than me.
one word
They're
for
at
that.
least 20 years older than me.
Yeah, they're at least
Yucky.
Oh my God.
Sounds good, Dwight.
Hey boy, hey, the internet is undefeated, boy. This is hilarious.
Yucky.
This is hilarious. I don't know.
Okay,
if
now
y'all-
Wait,
we
go
kinda
over
did
that
that.
way.
Teeth.
Shaq
Mad at Kyrie.
Back
Back
up.
up Johns after he
After he used the N word.
It's facts. It's facts.
Facts.
Lord.
Like,
Facts.
stop. What are we talking about here? Stop it. How you mad?
Right. See, I still
Like, stop.
I
He shouldn't. Okay.
What y'all do for Halloween?
Stay home.
Anybody do anything? No?
Turn the lights off.
I mean, no, like the
Okay.
week.
Turn the lights on.
You know what? I
We
used to
Halloween.
like Halloween because I could dress up in a costume, but I don't know what happened between my 40s and my 50s, but it started getting perverted. Like it
It's
just
the spirit behind it.
just kind of went down like all this.
Spirit behind it.
Like I'm worshiping the devil and
wait. Did
I
you
thought you were
see?
talking about that. Every
Yeah.
costume is
Did you
now
see my post?
sexy, whatever.
no, I
Did you see my
didn't.
post?
I didn't.
All of them are all sexy.
When I was taking Kaisa to her first party, high school party,
I saw
It was a
you
Halloween party.
outside.
And so I'm taking her to this party and I'm driving down the street. So the kids had to park somewhere else and walk over to this house party. She was like, yeah, we got to pay $10. I said, for a house party? I said, we ain't never paid for no house party.
Sorry.
I said, but okay, no problem. As we're driving down the street to this house, I see the kids walking up to it. And I'm looking at these young ladies like,
Where your mama?
Where y'all going?
did you come out the house like that?
They did.
What? Explain to me what is it?
Plain.
The costumes, like just
See,
covering
see,
here,
A lack of a costume.
having on, I mean, butt cheeks hanging out,
Sexy cowgirl.
like all kinds of
Sexy
stuff.
Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, sexy.
God.
I mean, yeah,
Sexy Buzz
even,
Lightyear.
Taps out,
like
right?
even like the characters, Wonder Woman
Sexy
or whatever,
version.
or Toy Story or what have you. They sexualized it or whatever.
Right.
And I was like,
They got Sexy Dora the Explorer out there now.
Right. All of that.
so you going and I was like, well, go ahead, you going to this party, whatever. So that's why I put on my post, I said she's going to her first high school party. Dot, but I'm right around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know what that meant, but yeah, I did see that.
I will say that your neighborhood gets quite lit though, Jessica. When
Yes.
I was like, I wasn't ready.
No,
is
you're not.
right.
It is a festival.
It is
I was
party.
like,
deal.
it is.
It's
It
the
is.
youth fair. It's the youth fair.
It's a youth
At
fair.
her house.
It's a complete. Don't even try to drive.
Don't drive. If you drive,
You can't even get through.
die.
I was scared. I was scared. I was about to take out some kids or some parents or a golf cart or something. I was like, get me up out of here.
Driving over here.
Nice. Well,
And
you gotta come over
as
there
you
next
drive
year.
it, You're passing fake bodies committing suicide, and
It was a lot.
and
Nice statues.
giant werewolf statue.
Yeah.
And
Giant
Probably
skeletons.
about 10 feet, 10
Giant
feet, 12 feet. Yeah.
Giant witches.
all in
I've
the
never
street.
I've never seen Halloween decorations like that ever in my life. Like
No,
people
Like,
are really.
those
But we're
things
talking
were
about
screaming up
like
the
next
second
house,
floor.
next to the next house, like a block.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, they all decided, let's do this together.
Yeah, if you go down the
Let's
street, go to
do
another house, they have
it.
about 10,000 graveyards. Great, like, you know, it's just the spirit behind it. That's why I understand why she doesn't enjoy it. It's the spirit behind it. You can't. Here's the thing: you can't take your kids to a house nowadays and talk about trick or treat.
No.
No.
Not
No.
especially when you have this guy. I don't know if y'all saw the video. The folks that were fired at the daycare coming in with the whole mask and scaring the kids.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Oh no.
That was too
Mm-mm.
much.
too
You didn't
much.
see that, Avis?
No, I didn't.
I saw it. It was too much.
What was
No.
the movie? What was that movie that the
Scary
man?
movie.
The scream.
Scream.
Green. Oh no.
Child would have been at the door.
They
fighting.
were babies, Avis. They had to be
They were in, like,
one or 2 years
3K,
old.
3K.
1 or 2
Oh.
years old.
Girl,
Walking in, and the kids are in those seats that are connected to the table.
Yeah.
They can't even get up or anything.
Oh
They're in
no.
their face doing like this with the mask on.
white.
Like
Yes.
somebody
I
have
would
Bill
say turn the whole place over.
It would have been shut
Somebody go
down.
to jail.
That,
That
hey,
cannot
hey,
happen.
tell them what the name of the nursery was. What
they-
was the
they-
name of the nursery?
They ran out of
In
pillows that
Jesus'
day.
name.
What was the name of the nursery?
You talking about the place down across the across the street from Southern Anchor?
No, I'm talking about your story that you're telling right now.
It was something like holy. I can't. It was cool.
It was something like I'm
Holy
blessed.
tots.
They
Yeah, blessed. Yeah, it was.
Oh no.
No, you're not.
Yes, it was.
Blessed be the Kang daycare.
Blessed be the
Listen.
Blessed. It was like the
Blessed
Blessed Children's of
enclosed.
Christ
It's gonna be
daycare.
shut down.
blessed be the foot in your room.
Yeah, but it's shut down.
Happy Halloween.
Wait a minute. Speaking of such atrocities,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
okay.
that
Well, that
that
was a big word. That was a
that
big
was
word.
uncanny
Yeah.
vocabulary, darling.
All right.
It was
Okay.
good.
Okay.
did you guys see the HBCU professor who got into the young man's face at Tennessee State? University?
Yes.
Doing the most.
I sent it to Tyler.
Hey, did
I'm
your
like,
son tell you
listen.
what happened?
No, I sent a video to him. He said, you know, that they had heard about this professor being like that with the kids. They fired him within that hour that the video was released. But like, listen, I'm glad that wasn't you.
Right. Because Avis was
Because the way the flights are set up.
I'm glad that wasn't KW, right?
What happened?
for real. Because ooh,
What happened? What did he do?
That's when
It
we
was
start
a-
a prison
He
ministry.
got-
Okay.
and
Right.
he did not look like us.
and he said, I said, what is your name? You failed this class. Get out. Get out.
Whatever your
It was
name
like,
is.
whatever
You
your
still-
name
and the,
is,
and the
get
little boy was like this. Like this is his face, and the little boy kept doing like this.
Yeah.
Like,
He was very- like, if you don't get out of my face.
the
And
boy
was
was sitting,
yelling at the
the
top
boy
of
was
his
sitting
lungs.
in a desk. They weren't standing up. The boy was sitting in a desk, and the man was in front of
Hovering
him.
over him.
The New York Post has it, the whole video. Just
Yeah,
put
but I was
in,
gonna say, we
just
need to
put
see
in
the
the
whole
name of the
thing.
school. Just put in the name of the
Wow.
school and it'll pop up.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Oh.
My child.
Right.
Jesus.
Yes, we have Latif Battle Prison Ministry. And would you guys like to join, have membership of the ministry?
Is there one?
Anyone?
Is there one?
Yeah, I got life. I'm gonna be in here, so I might as well join.
Is there one?
Gosh.
Will you come?
Will you come?
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
Will you come?
because it's over with. We're done. with
Right.
this.
I know I crucified him.
They be like, Latif, what's your nickname? What's your nickname?
Anyone, will you
They
come?
call me John Wick. For a
Oh
reason.
my God. Hey, it's so much to talk about. We can
I
keep
sent it to
going
you.
on.
All right, baby.
We're out of time. It's been fun. It's been fun. Catch Captain next week. He'll have something else.
Better not be.